you can see what the application is for the mail-in ballot. Okay, now, I was speaking with the Republican National Committee in Bluebell, in Montgomery County. They said that the best thing to do is to go to the polls. Now, they're looking for volunteers of all sorts. Now, I'm going to be putting things on Facebook and YouTube, Big Shoot, Daily Motion, whatever. They need people to man boxes where the ballots are being put in to make sure that they're not tampered with, destroyed, changed. The Democrats are yes using dogs to try to get votes for Biden and Kabbalah. Dead people. This is not far fetched. You would think, oh, a lot of the things that these sources I use, or even what I'm saying, is far fetched. The sad part is it's not. We wish it war. We wish we weren't in the situation that we had. So I'm going to be doing things to help, where I can, on as I go from place to place, and when I do things on the internet. I believe that these militia people and mercenaries are on the mark, and it's better be prepared than not prepared at all. Okay, if you're not prepared, you may regret it. Is what I'm saying. Okay, so you know what you have to do. Okay, now if you're going to do these mail-in ballots, if you can't get to the polls in November 3rd, this is going to go on 5 weeks or more after the election as well. There's going to be all kinds of, there's going to be terrorism, bioterrorism. We've already talked about, other sources are saying, the grid's going down, your iPhones, the communication, the electronic stuff, there's going to be blackouts. None of us want this to happen, but we think it's going to happen. Okay? And once again, it's only in America. The other countries don't matter. They're already, kind of history. They're, what's going to happen in those other countries? The people are going to be revolting against their evil governments. But, we have the girl says, we need another 4 years to stop the communism and socialism, because it's going to get here, all together in November if Biden and Kabbalah get in. We already know all the other things that Biden and Kabbalah are going to do. Now, this is actually Novus Ordo. I don't want to use Catholics for it because it's not Catholics, but Novus Ordo, Vatican II sect people for Trump. Okay, so you can actually see that, all right, so Trump renounces late-term and taxpayer-funded abortions, nominates judges who defend religious liberty and the sanctity of life. Sanctity of life, yeah. The religious liberty remembers all those false religions. Now, I'm not for that for the one reason that the Catholic Church, the true Catholic Church, is the only true church, but for the purpose of liberties and human rights, you have that right to choose if you want to be in a false religion. So if you're going to do that, I can't stop you. Okay, but we're not going to. God is not going to force you to say you better be Catholic or well, look, who do you know the deal? I already told you that. So I'm not going to harp on the religious liberty issue. Stands with little sisters of the poor. Well, those are. I think that's heretic apostate Mother Teresa's nuns. Prioritizes freedom of religion and the right to worship. Okay, and so these are good and bad kind of things. He supports the Novus Ordo schools through scholarship initiatives. Of course, I don't. Believes every parent has the right to choose where their children go to school regardless of income. Well, no, I agree with that. Denounces socialism, declares churches as essential, condemns desecration of churches and statues of saints, strengthens financial security for families through historic tax cuts. So while I may not agree 100% with everything here, I agree with, but these are not the most important issues. Okay, we have many other issues out there, and those in the Novus Ordo Vatican II sect, none of them are Catholic anyway. Okay, they may have some good points about them, and that's about it, but they're not Catholic. I am. And you want to learn about the Catholic faith, I can teach you in one way or another. You want to be a real Catholic, I can teach you how to be a real Catholic. You ain't going to be going to no Novus Ordo chapel or church, I'll tell you that right now. And you're not going to give them one penny. You're going to denounce them because you have to, because they're not Catholic. But we got 49 days. We got to work on this. You got to volunteer, whatever state, whatever county, city you're in. Philly is its own county, for example. You got to do it. I can do my part. They need people to stand around, mail in, boxes. The Maryland house in Montgomery County is in Norristown, so it's close to where I live. She didn't tell me where it was. Whether she knew or not, I don't know. Maybe she didn't want to tell me. But you can't trust. She said you can't trust. The voter registration in Montgomery Plaza in Norristown. Okay, remember, Montgomery County is the third largest county in population. We have over 800,000 people. We're a crucial county. Allegheny County has over 1 million people because of Pittsburgh out there, and Pittsburgh just resides in Allegheny County, and Allegheny County would be nothing without Pittsburgh. Is what I'm saying. Of course, the population of Pittsburgh, I don't know what it is. But Philly is the sixth largest city, and in the country, and the biggest county population in Pennsylvania. So it's Philly, Allegheny County, and then Montgomery County, and then I don't know who comes in fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, kind of, but crucial counties. This is a battleground state, and Trump knows that, and Biden knows that. Okay, so we, expect the riots, expect civil war, come November. Expect a blackout. Many things are going to happen. We don't know when, where, and how, but we know who's behind a lot of this stuff. In the world, and in the United States, and in certain states and cities and counties, local governments. But your mail-in ballots, what you're going to do is you want to have your email. You want them to be able to contact you to make sure that your votes were counted, they were not tampered with, destroyed, or changed to Democrats. Because we believe that people in the one Montgomery Plaza voter registration may actually tamper with the mail-in ballots and voting. Okay, best to still go to those polls if you can. We know not everybody's going to or can't, but you got to have emails. You got to have contacts on your mail-in ballots. You just don't send them in and expect, oh, well, gee, my vote will be good. You cannot rely on this. The Democrats are going to do everything to tamper with mail-in ballots. Now, she said the post office is not behind this. Okay, I hope that she's right. But, we can't take any chances. We are in a crucial life or death situation with the United States. Our country is at stake. Our freedoms and everything about our nation is at stake. Freedom and life, physical life, is at stake here. In the millions. I told you, it's not 10 people that are going to die. We're involved with millions of people here. Our country is the last surviving nation in the world who still has freedom to a certain degree. I didn't say complete freedom, but we still have freedom. They want to take it away from us. You know what happens if America falls. The rest of the world collapses. The globalists take over. We all become slaves and are either dead or alive. They will have rule. We will have no guns. just like Australia has no guns, many other nations, Yugoslavia, need I go on? You will not be able to fight back. You will be using sticks and stones, bows and arrows. I don't care, you knives, but if you don't have guns, and you don't have ammo, and you don't have explosives, and you don't have those things that you need, how are you going to really fight these bastards? How are you going to fight a regime without guns? I can't see it. Can somebody tell me how? What do I want China to do? Sure, I already told you what I want China to do, the people that live in China, against their evil system, evil government, and the evil regime and their evil leaders. We're going to have to do the same thing in America sooner or later. But let's not make it now. If it's going to happen 4 years from now, 8 years, 12 years from now, we got to stop them. Yeah, she said vote these pigs out. Meaning, the Wolfman and Cuomo and Gruesome Newsom and Witch Gretchen and need I go on with all the other evil ones. That asshole in Virginia, that governor scumbucket. We already know what he's about. But there's more of them. They're like a disease. They're a virus. They're a deadly virus. Coronavirus is not deadly at all, even if it did exist. But these people are deadly. I ain't kidding you, man. And manette. I don't want to sound cool. I think I'll stick with dude and do that. But manette, nah. Girlette? Womanette? I don't know. I'm just being stupid right now. Okay. All right. You got a lot of work to do. You got to do it. Do what you can. I got to do what I can. Okay, to help save this country and lives and souls. A lot of people are going to be going to hell. Sooner than what they have to. It's not like I want you to go to hell, but if you don't get in the right path, sooner or later you're going to end up there. That's if you're not planning to get to heaven, well, you sure can't be planning to get to heaven if you're going to be, a demon crab and liberal and left and you'll be godless, an antichrist. Forget that. It ain't happening. You're already history. You're burning. You're going to be tormented by demons in hell forever, ever, and ever. Okay. What do I sound like? Who do I sound like? I don't know what I sound like. Okay. Perhaps I should have my own TV show, radio show too, right? Comedy, making satire. Maybe other things, like Joe Rogan, Alex Jones. But I'm nobody. I'm just this nobody kind of person, just trying to save people and save the United States any way I can. Do my part.